broadcasting my hammer.
Well, it's fine. We've only just started broadcasting your hammer, but feel free to like show your hammer and claws in the air. Like you just don't care. That's absolutely fine. I've got to admit, they do look well cool. Give us a quick close-up view of those. Hold them up to the screen. Oh yeah, they do look quite sweet. I like the look of that. I need to get around to making some more of those. Because to be honest, as long as we're like chatting, all three of us, it doesn't really matter what we're saying on this test broadcast. You know.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, they do look well cool. Give us a quick close-up view of those. Hold them up to the screen. I see it doesn't save your sort of muted settings on Twitch, but there we go. I've muted that now, so I'll have to remember each time I go. I've got the Twitch window open to actually click on the mute when it starts going on before we broadcast it. Yeah.
I wondered why you stopped speaking, because it obviously came through your headphones and you like just stopped halfway through, but it didn't come through.
It's one of those weird things. I was seeing it on I think it was QI I was watching it on the other day, where apparently it's really difficult if you play back the sound of someone speaking like their own voice, so like on a bit of a delay, it's really difficult for them to like carry on talking. I was doing it the other day. I set it up to run the sound back through my speakers, like through my headphones, and you start talking, then suddenly your speed really slows down like this, because you can hear what you're saying like back to you. And it's really bizarre and like difficult to do. How are you guys doing anyway?
Yeah, very good, man. Very good.
And thanks for both jumping on to help me test this out, because what I'm hoping to do is when we do the actual final one, I'll obviously have, there's like 6 spaces, and I'll obviously have us all in those spaces, and it just means that potentially, as well as being able to like broadcast it live, so I can just send out the URL on the various social media so anyone who wants to watch it live can actually watch it. It means that we'll be able to have everyone on the screen at the same time, rather than Google Hangouts, which sort of jumps between whoever's talking at the time. And it's all right, and Google Hangouts has got some great stuff going for it, like the overlays and stuff like that, but it can be very distracting when you're trying to watch it and it just keeps jumping about. Or as the host, you have to basically manually control it. And to be honest, when you're already trying to like run a tabletop game, if there's one thing you don't need, it's like having to like manually alter the cameras and everything as well. So that's
I'm with you, man.
A bit of a mighty pain in the arse.
What's going to be the consensus for dice rolls and stuff then?
Okay, I think what we're going to have to do, and part of the main reason I'm testing it out on the character gen is 'cause obviously we don't need any actual like dice rollers for the character gen. That'll all just be like us guys talking through it. But what I'm going to do is I've found a dice roller online where you can basically, we won't be able to see each other's dice rolls, but to be fair, I'm quite happy to trust that you guys are going to say what's on your dice roll. Let's face it. If people are going to cheat in a tabletop role playing game, they're going to cheat anyway. So there's no point worrying about it too much. But what I'll do is I'll basically send you all the link out to that. We can all have it open in like a different sort of browser window, and then time I actually make a dice roll, it'll just be like, okay, well, these are the dice you need to add to that roll. You click on the types of dice, like the number of times you need to add, click on roll, and it'll give you the final result. Then you can just sort of say what the final result is, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
I mean, like I say, the first session, I mean, not the character gen, but the actual first session is going to be very much sort of an introduction anyway. Because, like I say, I've only played Edge of the Empire twice. It'll be my first time running it. I know most people, I think Tashif's played it once or twice. I know most people haven't played it at all. So the first session is going to be a very sort of gradual introductory adventure, sort of testing out a few of the mechanics, get us all used to it, etc. So no one needs to worry about making like any mistakes. It's bound to happen at some point. The amount of mistakes I've made in like my previous game that I'm running is like ridiculous, but you know, as long as it doesn't impact on people's enjoyment, that's absolutely fine. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, cool, man. Is it just me, or have you turned your bandwidth down?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. No. It may be sort of automatically reducing my bandwidth a little bit because I think it does that if it detects your connection rates fluctuated a little bit, and since the sort of upload speed seems a little bit sketchy where I live, it does occasionally do that. But it's better than the Google Hangouts sort of way of doing it, where it just sort of goes, "Oh, your bandwidth's fallen a bit. You have been dropped from this call," and just sort of boots you out of the call, which is the problem we were having the other night, where we kept having people drop out every now and again. Because if you get below a certain amount, it just boots you out.
Right,
which is quite annoying. But right, I think that's certainly enough of a test broad.